Welcome to video 1 of Illuminate Your Shadows, a transformative journey. I am Natalia Marconi and I'm really excited to have you here today. Before we jump into the meat of the course, I just really wanted to give you some background information to help you prepare for the course, and that's really going to be what's included in these next 2 videos. So I encourage you to watch them and not skip them because they are going to lay the groundwork for what we're building off of this course. But the purpose of this course in total is really to clear out any of the old stagnant energy around trauma or beliefs that do not serve you, ways of thinking, mindsets, anything that's holding you back from being the truth of who you are and from fully standing in your power. I call it shadow work. Some people call it trauma work. Some people go see a psychiatrist for this work, or they go to talk therapy to discover some of this. Some people call this quantum healing. Whatever you call it, it's all with the same goal in mind. I am not a replacement for therapy. And let's just put that out there first. I'm not a therapist. And in the second part of this video, you're going to learn a little bit about me if you're interested in that. But I am someone who is an expert on energy, and I understand it well enough that I've been able to help hundreds of people really clear out some of their own trauma and start standing in their power. And to that point, I have psychiatrists and psychologists, I have mental health professionals who do come to me because of the work that I do and the way that I can get to the heart of the issue very quickly. Now, shadow work is something that you can do on your own, but I have found that it is a much harder thing to do on your own because in doing it by yourself, it's only so far you're going to take yourself. What you have hidden from yourself, you will not easily uncover, which then requires that mirrors are made of all of your relationships, of your work, of everything, right? And that can be exhausting. It requires people holding up mirrors. It requires you becoming triggered. And then it requires you having the integrity to explore that trigger thoroughly. It's a much slower, much more painful process. So if you're new to shadow work, I really do want to invite you, if you have not brought the workbook and you're just watching the videos, I want to invite you to invest in yourself, in your relationship with yourself, and to purchase the workbook. Now, if you have the workbook already, wonderful. If you don't, you can purchase it at my website, myname.com, nataliemarconi.com. And you're going to find that it is a textbook size workbook with no space to write in it at all. That is one component of this course, and you will need to buy your own journal so that you can write the prompts, write the answers to the prompts and the exercises in that journal. Now, I plan on having a journal, a companion journal to sell in time. So depending on when you're seeing this, okay? But any journal will do. Any notebook will do. You want some place to write. The journal that I am preparing for you guys will have some extra kind of exercises and activities to do just to help fortify and de-stress, but it's not necessary. What is necessary is the workbook and these videos. Okay, so these go hand in hand. Instead of selling you an online course that's going to cost hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands of dollars, some people sell things this long for quite more money than I'm offering it to you now. Instead of doing it that way, I thought give you a physical workbook that you can hold in your hand and give you free access to really beautiful videos that help to shine a further light and to reinforce some of the concepts that we're learning. But then the last part of this that I think is really important is an online community. And this online community has been really helpful for my online course that will be discontinued as this continues on. But that has been free for the people who have purchased the online course up until now. So for about a year, and it's been really helpful for them for a couple of reasons. One, healing in community helps give you that support that so many people don't have. They don't. There's a reason why you have a lot of childhood trauma. It's because there weren't especially safe people for you and around you while you were growing up. So in that same way, you probably don't have safe people to talk to about a lot of this as you're healing. Excuse me. The other part of it is it's helpful to see everyone's shared experience is more common than not. We have a way in our trauma of centering ourselves in everyone else's dysfunction. We make it about how worthless we are, you know, how incapable of being loved we are. And then when you come in a group setting, you really do discover, no, that's not it at all. This isn't about me. This is about people with my spirit being affected in similar ways. And we'll get more into that later. But the third part is I didn't want you guys to have to book a private session with me if you were encountering concepts that were triggering or that were really destabilizing. I wanted you to have a place that you could come to and explore some of that. And so it's a really casual meeting that we have once a week where we discuss any topics that's coming up, any questions that you have. We don't do readings there. We don't do a lot of energy work. It is much more just discussion, right? To help you understand concepts, and they are helpful. Now that part of the course does cost extra. You're either going to pay for a monthly membership or you're just going to drop in when you want to. It isn't expensive, but there does need to be an equal energy exchange. So in exchange for some of the wisdom in that space, you're just going to pay a little bit. But if that's not something that you need, that's okay too. It's always available if you need it. Now, if you know that you cannot afford that, but you're in search of a community, the Weirdo Collective on Facebook, the Weirdo Collective on Facebook is a beautiful free community for you. Now, depending on where you're seeing these videos, that's going to migrate into our own app. But for now, it is available on Facebook and should be at least until the end of 2024. So if you're just looking for a community, we do bi-weekly community meetings. We'll do energy work on special occasions. That's the place for that, right? So I hope that you will find benefit in this course. And in video 3, we're going to talk about your motives. Excuse me. In the next video, we're going to talk about your motives for why you want to do the course. But up front, I want you guys to really think about what benefit you seek to glean from this course. And I say that because when I was offering the digital course, I had a lot of people who really struggled with it. One, they didn't have the context to know how deep they were going to go. They did not know what they did not know, right? And so that's going to be true of all of us. You will address the trauma that is on the surface first, but you don't know what you don't know. And this course is going to force you to go much deeper, all right? So what I have found was that a lot of people lost momentum in their healing because they got so overwhelmed by some of what they were experiencing, but also did not come to the Wednesday free sessions. That's unfortunate. I want you to have momentum in your healing. I want you to hold yourself accountable, but I also want you to give yourself grace, right? So if you're encountering a concept that's just very jarring, maybe you were molested as a child and you forgot about it and those feelings are coming back up, that can be a lot, right? Then you need extra support, not less of it. Okay? I want you to understand that every time you are faced with a pain and you run from it, you're running from yourself and you're harming yourself a little bit more. So I need you to stand in integrity with yourself. And if I'm being honest, the people who do the best with my work in general, because my work is pretty deep, profound work, I don't hang out on the surface too much, and that's just me as a healer in general, the people who do the best with it are the people who are sick of their own shit. They are sick of themselves. They are determined that they are going to stop being dysfunctional, that they're going to fix their relationships. If you're not there yet, or if you're still externalizing a lot of what's happened to you, it's everyone else's fault, it's not your responsibility, then I'm probably not the right healer for you, and this probably isn't the right course for you. Because this is all about you reclaiming your sacred place in your life, you being at the center of your existence, you stepping into your power as fully as possible. This healing work is about one thing and one thing only: your relationship with yourself. And that is what I seek to strengthen. Your love for yourself, your trust in yourself, your ability to see yourself and meet yourself fully and deeply. I wanted to take a little bit of time and introduce myself to you. So I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a mental health professional. And somehow I found myself using my gifts to do really profound healing work with people. And it took me a long time to figure out the right lane for myself. I have had my gifts since I was a little girl. And so at the core of what I'm doing, I'm trying to empower people who I believe have some special spiritual connection or ability. Along the way, I've realized that this was beneficial to everyone. I don't care who you are or what you're doing. You want to be a better mother, you want to be a better child, you want to be a better coworker, a better CEO, a better lover, a better friend. shadow work is important work, right? So I feel like I'm doing very fulfilling work. But since the time I was a little girl, I had prolific dreams. I've always been psychic. I'm a dream walker. That's always been true. But now my gifts have developed in such a way. I'm a full body channel. I'm a medium. I am a shaman, a bloodline shaman from Panama. I'm an energy worker. And I think energy worker is the easiest way to understand what I do. I teach two big courses. Shadow work I teach, and having competence in the exploration and use of your spiritual gifts is the other one that I teach, right? Those are both very important to me. So I'm a healer who doesn't like calling himself a healer, but at the core of what I am, Spirit told me at the beginning of my journey, I'm here to heal. I'm the healer's healer, they told me. I'm here to help the healers, the second wave, I guess you might call them. And I think the second wave will help the third and the fourth. And in this way, we make such a positive change in this world. At my core, you guys, I call myself a psychic philosopher. And if you're not already following me on TikTok, I encourage you, Natalie_Marconi, to follow me, where I give a lot of insights and a lot of wisdom there. But I really am a little bit chaotic, and I'm super casual. I am very spirit-led. I'm very obedient, and I trust myself in the extreme. So I can do pretty profound healing work. Like, you have a headache, I can help you with that. There's something going on. I can see binds and attachments. I specialize in curses and energetic attachments and removing those sorts of things. I can clear karma from bloodlines. I have grown so beautifully in my gift, and it's because I have cleared out all of those limiting beliefs, and I stand fully in my power, and I have defined myself for myself. And that is what I want for the world around me. Not for them to use their gifts as I do, but for them to use their natural gifts in a way that they are meant to use them. And I believe that when we're all standing fully in our power, we will create something that I call the harmonic convergence, or Spirit calls it, where we'll all be vibrating exactly as we're meant to, and we will have the power to change the world. So I am a spiritual idealist. I'm a spiritual philosopher. I see the world in profound and different ways, and I like sharing those insights with people. And at the foundation of what I'm doing here with you guys, it is perspective shifting. I will show you so many different ways to see yourself, so many different angles to view yourself, so that you can see yourself fully, and so that you can heal and be the person that you want to be. And that's my only goal here. So I thank you for trusting me enough to be a helping partner in this. I hope to get to know you better. I truly, truly do. I hope to be in community with you, because at the end of the day, that's the goal. A healthy, cogent community that works together to accomplish shared goals based off of shared values. And the value that directs me more than anything is love as a light. Not love and light, love as a light. I believe that love is the thing that binds us together. It is the light that we shine on each other. And I am not one of those people who believe in positivity for positivity's sake, or in denying the truth of what something is because I need to be positive. That to me is not loving. Love is truth. Love is authenticity. Love is what is real. So that never requires for me to perform, or to ever be fake, or to ever deny the truth of what I'm experiencing, to prioritize positivity over authenticity. All right. So I just wanted you guys to understand where I'm coming from. I am all about empowering you. I don't need you to center my power in your life. I don't want to be that kind of spiritual healer that does nothing for me. I want you to center your power in your life. I want you to take everything that I teach you and make it your own, so that you can stand as fully as you deserve to stand. And most importantly, I want you to take the time and make the investment in yourself that you deserve. I want you to learn to love yourself. I want you to become your best friend. I want you to become your best lover. I want you to become your own mother and caregiver. I want you to be self-sufficient in the spiritual, in the extreme. Because once you take your power back there, you will take your power back everywhere.